welcome back to my channel. My name is Kristen and this is Intentional Living, and this is my first video where I've ever shown my face on YouTube. So hi, I'm the face behind the hands and I'm excited to do this video today. Also, I keep not looking at the camera. So this is my 1 year YouTube anniversary. 12 months ago today, on October 3rd.
It's October 3rd.
I posted my first YouTube video and it was a budget with me video. I had only been budgeting for about 2 months before then, and I decided that I wanted to start a YouTube channel. I'd been watching a lot of budget with me videos, lots of cash envelope stuffings, and just really wanted to hold myself accountable for this journey because I was in so much debt. It felt like a lot of debt. It's small compared to others, but I had over $8,000 on a credit card. I had maxed out my credit card and was feeling lost of where to go next. So decided to start this channel and document my payoff journey, and it definitely made the process go faster. And I would not have paid off my credit card as quickly without this channel for many reasons. One, I needed the accountability. Two, I ended up making money through this channel and that helped me pay it off quicker. So thank you for following me if you're a subscriber or if you've watched my videos, because that really helps me get a revenue stream through Google AdSense. Or if you've purchased from my Etsy shop, which I started in January, so we're coming up on the 1 year for that as well. So stay tuned to see what I do for that. Yeah, it's just been an amazing journey. It's been a quick year, but a long year all at once. I went from not being a business owner to being a business owner. I learned a lot. Right now, as I'm filming this, I have over 3.5K subscribers, so that is wild. And I started this channel with literally 0 subscribers 12 months ago today. Whew. So I'm just really blessed. I want to say thank you so much to all my followers, especially those people who were here from day one. There's a few people I remember commenting back and forth with on my first couple of videos, and they have just still been with me since then. So thank you for being part of my channel and for helping it grow. So I also went back and forth as to whether I wanted to show my face on this channel or not, and I decided to just go for it. Because why not? And I really want to do more vlogs with my Etsy store and just showing y'all what it takes to work full-time to be a YouTuber and to have an Etsy shop, and just like how I manage my schedule. And I feel like I have more flexibility if you can see my face. So that is ultimately why I ended up making the decision to show my face on this channel. So thank you for bearing with me as I made that decision on my own, and I never felt any pressure from you all, so thank you for that. So for my 1 year YouTube anniversary, I wanted to react to some of my early videos. So I'm looking at my channel right now, that's why I'm looking down. And my first ever video is my October budget with me, which is funny because I filmed my October budget with me today. It is Sunday, September 26th, and I literally filmed my October budget with me for 2021 today. And you're watching this when I put out my first ever budget with me video. So we'll watch a little bit of that and react a bit. And then I also want to react to my first cash envelope stuffing. And that was my second video I ever put out. So we'll react to both of those. And then my third video I ever put out was my plan to pay off all my credit card debt, which I don't know if I'll react to that one or not. Maybe just a pieces of all three. But that one was a really good video, I thought, because I had a really developed plan as to how I was going to pay off my credit card. And I fully saw it through all the way. The only thing that changed is I was able to do it faster than initially planned, but my strategy was really solid, and I'm really proud that I stuck that through and that I did the homework to figure out what strategy was going to work best for me. So that's fun. And that video has 4.5K views, so 4,500 views, which is wild because that was my third ever video. My first ever video has 1.1K. So it's just really amazing to kind of look back and see some of these old videos that I filmed in totally different setup, no equipment, no lighting, just no cash tray, no nothing. Just my budget book that I hadn't even created a budget book yet. I was using the Budget Mom's budget book, which was awesome because she got me really into budgeting to begin with. So just love the Budget Mom and her philosophy and just her stance on all things budgeting. So yeah, it's just amazing seeing how much I've done in a year. And it gives me confidence to think of what I can do in my second year, which starts today, I guess, or tomorrow. But today I'm celebrating 1 year. Tomorrow we'll be kicking off year 2. So let's just dive in and react to some videos, shall we? I have ads.
Enough.
I didn't at the time, but now I do. Same music. Welcome to my video and to my brand new channel. So this will be my first YouTube video and I'm really excited. So today I'm just going to give you a little bit of information about who I am and then also go through my October budget that I'm going to share with y'all, because my channel is going to be largely about my financial journey. My goal is to pay off all my consumer debt by the end of 2021.
Hey.
And so
my goal was literally to pay off consumer debt by the end of 2021, and it is not even the end of 2021. And I am past working on my consumer debt, and I'm working on my student loan debt. So that's really fun.
I'm really excited to start documenting my journey because I've been on it for a few months now, but it'll be exciting to actually get it on camera.
So fun. So yeah, pretty much like everything that I said now, it was on par with the reasons why I started my channel back then. So that's really nice to see. I'm going to jump to like what my bills look like and just see what that's all about. Okay, so as it's going, I'm filling out all my budget and everything. And what's interesting is I talked about how budgeting weekly was really helpful for me to stay on track, and it's still true. I just am now switching going into October back to weekly cash stuffings because I found myself with bi-weekly. It was just like not working out for me. I was falling into old habits of overspending. So full circle.
Okay, so the first bill that I have is rent and utilities. So I pay my landlord a lump sum of all of this, and I'm going to budget $850 for it.
Back when my rent was lower. It only went up by $13, I think, so not bad.
That. My cell phone bill is $83 a month, and both of those are paid out on the 1st.
$83 a month. That was back when I was paying for financing my phone before I don't know that I had categorized it as a debt at this point. I might have, but I don't know. I just never thought of that as debt. I thought of that as just like what you did.
In my bills, I also put my 2 credit cards minimum payments because I consider those a bill, not extra debt, because those are the mandatory things that I need to pay. So Bank of America this month will be $150.
I was paying $150 minimum payment. My minimum payment was $150. I remember the month that my minimum payment was its highest. It was $183 or something. And I was just like, I've got to do something about this. This is so much money. But like seeing this, that was a regular part of my bills. It was $150 for this minimum payment. And that was for one credit card because Citi is coming up. And that was a second credit card. That's just so much money thinking back now of like, now that I don't have a minimum payment on my credit card and I'm not paying interest, it's just like freed up my money for so many other wonderful things.
And then insurance, budgeting $95. That includes my renter's insurance, my car insurance, and then like some extra insurance that's tacked on to my renters.
That's awesome too, because I was paying $95 for insurance and I am paying for the same insurance now, but I'm paying $77 because I got on the phone and I asked if there was a way to lower my rate every month. And some of it's due to COVID because I'm working from home more now. And so I'm not driving my car as much. So that lowered it. But just by calling and like cutting small things, I was able to take this down by almost $20 a month, which is pretty cool.
Counseling, I budget $90 a month because I have a $45 copay and I try to go every other week.
That's another thing. I pay $0 now to go to counseling because of my health insurance plan. If you went to a certain counselor in a certain network, they were $0 copays. And I made the switch to a new counselor. And now I save $90 a month because I don't have to pay $45 copays. So amazing.
And then I'm not budgeting anything for my student loans because of the government's student loan forbearance until the end of the year. So I'm using this as an opportunity to pay nothing on my loan so I can throw it all on my credit cards since those are still accruing interest.
I'm still doing this.
All of this.
Minus the credit card debt.
Add that up. So all of this will be $1,393, which will leave me with $1,372 to budget.
I just did my October budget with me for 2021 and my bills were just a little over $1,100 and I had like $1,400 left to stuff in other things. So that's like, what is that? $100? $200? Yeah, that I'm saving just from not having credit card debt. Wow.
For this month, is that my bills and my envelopes, so my spending, be less than $2,000. My leftover, again, is $1,372.
Mine's so much less than that now.
And groceries, for this month, I'm going to budget $320 because that is $80 a week.
That's about what
I've been doing
now.
okay with that. I went over last month, so I'm hoping to stick to that this month. Eating out, I'm trying to scale back on, so I'm only giving myself $100 this month, which is $25 a week.
That's what I did this month too.
Called Flex Funds, and so that
Flex Funds
basically is like my spending envelope that other people have, or my miscellaneous envelope. I just call it Flex Funds, so I can use that on anything that I want to. And I'm giving myself $40 this month, so about $10 a week. And then gas, I'm giving myself $80 for the month, which is probably more than I'll need, but I'm going to keep it because I am going out of town, and so I might need to spend more on gas. And then special expenses I keep every month because there's always something every month. And this month I need to buy a birthday present for somebody. I'm going out of town, so I'll have money. I need money for that. So this month I am budgeting $60 towards special expenses, and I'll take that out in the weeks where I need to spend it. Now, adding that up, we have is $600 flat.
So I think when I started my channel too, I was trying to only spend out of my envelopes, which is why I had this special expenses category, because I was trying to let my sinking funds grow in 2020 so that I wouldn't use them until 2021, so they'd have like a good starting point, except for like Christmas and vacation, I think, were like the two that I did spend out of. So that special expenses category like got me through 2020 because then it allowed me to not touch my sinking funds, which is what I need to do in the month of October because your girl cannot stop spending out of them. And it's a problem. September was a total budget fail, but I'm sure I've talked about it by this point, by the time you're seeing this video, but it's fresh on my brain because it's still September and I messed up, so.
And we had $1,372 left over minus $600. It means we have $772 left to stuff. So to double check on my goal, I spent $1,393 for bills and $600 for envelopes, and that puts me under $2,000 with like $7 of wiggle room.
Let's see what that would have been. So $2,000 divided by the $2,765 that I said I brought home. Oops. Let's see what that would be. So $2,000 divided by the $2,765 that my salary was. Bills and spending were 72. Oh, you can see me in the reflection. Hello. Okay, sorry. Also, I think the camera's flipped because I'm using my front-facing camera. Anyway, it's 72.33% is going just towards bills and spending. Now, I put like way less than, I put around 50% towards those two categories because then I put like 30% or more towards sinking funds and cash envelopes and debt payoff. So that's wild. I'm doing like 20% less now, which a lot of that's just because I'm debt free and I don't have those minimum payments that count as bills.
Which I feel good about.
I'm not debt free. I take that back. I'm consumer debt free. I still have student loan debt. It's in forbearance, so it's easy to forget about, but I absolutely still have debt. It's about less than $5,000, $4,000 and change. And I have $600, I think right now, as of filming this, in my student loans sinking fund, which I'll use to pay off that amount before interest kicks in to like do a lump sum deposit basically. Forbearance right now is supposed to end in January, so we'll see if it keeps going or not, because it was supposed to end in this video in December and it got extended to September and then it got extended again to January. So we'll see.
So I'm really hoping I can stick to this because that is my goal for the month. So now one of my favorite parts is my sinking funds. So
look at how few sinking funds I have. I have so many now, like so many now. And my little cash envelopes explained things is nice because that helped me remember what each fund was for. I was very new to this system, so it helped me like remember like, okay, yeah, this is what classifies as groceries versus other things. So, and my sinking funds goals, that was like the early rendition of what I offer in my Etsy shop now, of like having a tracker in your binder to save your goals.
I really want to save $80 for Christmas because that's right around the corner and I didn't start saving until last month in September. So trying to make up time.
Meanwhile, I started in January
Auto
this
care
year.
for my car, I'm hoping to save $60 because, like I said, I have an oil change coming up, and I might have to dip into that if I can't make it work with my weekly spending. So, want to stuff that a little bit more. Vacation, putting $60 hopefully for the month because, again, going out of town a couple times. But I'm hoping not to use this money, but I might use it in future months when I take trips for the holidays and things.
Forever my biggest spending category.
I have a medical
travel.
and healthcare sinking fund that helps pay for copays, prescriptions, things like that. And so I'm hoping to budget $40 this month for that.
That's another thing I learned on this journey is I was not taking advantage of a flexible spending account that my employer offered. And that's pre-tax dollars that get loaded onto a card. Basically, it gets deducted from your paycheck pre-tax. So you're spending with pre-tax dollars. So your taxable income is lower and you save money on taxes and you get more bang for your buck basically because you're not having to pay the government back for that money, I guess. So before this, I was on my previous health plan, which was not as good for the types of services I was utilizing, and I wasn't taking advantage of flexible spending. So now this year, you'll see I don't hardly ever put money, I haven't all year put money in medical because I've gotten that flexible spending account, which is also why you'll see my monthly paycheck here is $2,700, and now it's about $2,600. It's literally $100 less per month, and that is because that all goes towards my flexible spending account. And I still have over $300 on that, and that will roll into next year. And so then I'll put less in it next year. I'll have more disposable income for myself to like budget out. But yeah, that's a really fun progress thing to see a year later.
I have a lot of weddings that were supposed to happen during COVID get rescheduled to 2021. And I have to travel a lot. I have to buy a lot of things for that. So I want to be saving for that ahead of time. 1 month ahead.
I was literally already saving for my friend Lauren's wedding in this video, and it's just about to happen. Like, it's happening at the end of October. So that's really funny that that's how I was able to save so well for her wedding, because I started so early.
Is my hope to get 1 month ahead of on my bills. And it's not a big priority for me right now, but I want it to become one eventually. So once I get these like stuffed and padded with some cushion, I'm hoping to switch my focus more on the 1 month ahead fund. So for now, I'm keeping it active, and I'm hoping to do $1 a week, which would mean $4 for the month. Same.
And I ended up dropping this as a category to be 1 month ahead because I have an emergency fund of $5,000, which is definitely good fully with savings included to get me through 2 months without pay. And it can get me through 3 months of, like, if I lost my job, I could make it work on $5,000 for 3 months. So that's like my 3-month emergency fund. So I ended up dropping the 1 month ahead because I already was 3 months ahead. So I ended up switching that to the 1 week ahead method, where I was just 1 week ahead on my spending since I'm paid monthly. And it really stinks when there's those 5-week months and you need to buy groceries for 5 weeks, but your budget is still the same. So
$40 in that to get it off the ground. So if we add up all
my side hustle sinking fund was so fun. I used that to get my intentional living budget, like, business off the ground. So that's really fun.
The Citi credit card has a 0% interest rate for the first 18 months for any balance transfers. So I've transferred some of my Bank of America credit card balance to my Citi credit card. And so my goal is to pay down my Citi credit card very quickly because it has a lower credit limit than my Bank of America credit card does. So, and you have to transfer all the balance transfers for the promotion by the end of November. So I only have until
So this is where I was explaining my debt payoff strategy, which that third video on my channel talks about, that has over 4,000 views. Basically, I had one Bank of America card that was maxed out, and it had really high interest. It was like 24%. No, it was 19%. So then I decided, after a lot of research, to do a balance transfer to pay off my debt quicker. So I looked at the Citi credit card, which had a 0% APR introductory interest rate for 18 months, I think. I think I'm still in the 18 months. Yeah, I am. It's only been 12 months. Oh no, I opened it in August. Yeah, so I'm still within the 18 months. That's wild. So it was $0 fee for balance transfers and 0%, or no, there was a fee, but there's 0% interest. And it was only like a small percentage to do the transfer. It was less than 1 month's worth of interest on my credit card. So, but the Citi credit card, when it kicked in with interest after 18 months, it was going to be at 25%. So I was like, okay, I got to pay this off before then. So when I opened my Citi credit card, they didn't give me a very high limit because my credit was trash. And so my limit was only like $2,000 and I had over $8,000 on my Bank of America credit card. So I transferred what I could over, inclusive of fees and everything. And then what I did is I aggressively paid down Citi to get below that threshold again. And then I called them, asked for a higher credit limit. They gave it to me a little extra. And then you have to read the fine print with balance transfers because I opened it in August, I think, and I only had until November to transfer for to get the 0% APR. So anything that was transferred until November, you got the 0% APR. Anything balance transferred after that, you had to pay interest on. So that's where they get you. So what I did is I threw money to Citi. I aggressively paid down Citi at 0%. My Bank of America was accruing interest, but I was just paying minimum payments on that. And then as I got Citi down by the end of October, and then November is when you can't continue to transfer balances or else you'll get charged interest. Then I did one more giant transfer after I got my credit limit extended. And so I got more off my Bank of America credit card, which meant I was saving on interest. And then I let it sit on Citi credit card because it was at 0% interest for 18 months. So I just let it sit. And then I went back to Bank of America and started paying that down that aggressively. So then when I paid that card off, I was at 0% interest on all my debt because my student loans were in forbearance. My Bank of America credit card was paid off, and then the rest of my credit card debt was sitting on a 0% card. So then I aggressively paid down Citi, and then I was credit card debt free. So it made the process go way, way faster, and I'm really glad I looked into it. And you have to read the fine print on those because balance transfers can definitely get you in trouble if you do them wrong or don't read the fine print. So that's my warning on that.
I'm going to try to budget $280 to throw extra at this. So that is what this dollar amount is for, is an extra payment above my minimum. And then debt.
That is wild. So I was sending 150, let's do the math. 150 towards Bank of America, 33 to Citi credit card, and then 280 in extra debt. I was sending $463 towards credit card. And now I only send like 200-ish a month, which is, I should be doing more to pay off my student loans faster, but I just like, they're 0% right now, so I'm not motivated right now. And I have some other savings goals that I want, and I want to put more money into the business and just lots of reasons why I'm not doing that. But that's a lot of money per month for me. So it feels nice to not have to do that anymore because of interest. Once interest starts kicking back in, I'm going to be aggressive again and just get it gone. But it's nice to kind of be able to breathe a little bit more on my budget than I was ever able to during the early months. Okay, so let's skip over to the cash envelope stuffing first ever. That'll be cute.
Hi,
That's the same music I still have, so I hope you like it because it's still there.
friends.
Hi, friends. I was like trying to think of my intro for so long when I started this channel, and I was like, what am I gonna say? Like, people like say stuff when they start. Every episode you start with something, or every video. I was like, what am I gonna do? And then I was like filming this video, and I was like, or the first one maybe, and I tried out like 6 different things, and hey friends stuck because I like say that a lot. Like, I'll call everyone friends, like, come here friends, like, hey friends, like, I just call everyone friends, so it just worked.
These are my absolute favorite videos to watch on YouTube. I watch so many every day, and I'm super, super excited to do my very first one for this channel. I have been envelope stuffing.
So this was my first ever setup, and literally the granite looking thing is a foam board that I put granite contact paper on because everyone filmed, I felt like, on a light background surface, and I only had a brown desk. And so I used that for a while, and then I was like, this is so fake. Like, this is not my desk. So then I went to the brown desk, and then I ended up buying this like desk cover that I have now. In my sinking funds binder, I couldn't afford to get a binder, so I just made one with stuff I had at home already. So I just like made it, printed it, laminated it, because I had invested in a laminator at that point because I wanted to make my own envelopes. So, and then this binder's like from Staples. It was like the Arc Planner cheap thing, and I didn't even print tabs. I just wrote my own tabs, and so I just made it work. The biggest investment was paying for the Budget Mom's Budget by Paycheck digital download, but it was worth it. My first cash total slip, that's really fun. It's so cute. $401. Let's see her count. Maybe she'll count correctly.
$401 that I pulled out from my account. make sure it's the full 401, and then we'll lay out the cash and get to stuffing. Okay, so let's count it. We've got 50, 100, 2, 4, 6, 8, 200, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 300, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So 390. 391, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 401.
It really is amazing how much counting gets so much easier with practice, because that was really hard. I remember I was pausing because I was trying really hard to get it right. And the more you do it, it's just easier.
Weekly spending envelopes, and so those I keep in my wallet. So I keep a really small wallet. I am unlike
my OG Fossil wallet. I still have it. I use it when I travel sometimes. I really, really like it, but I did retire her from this channel.
Pants, a wristlet that I can throw on my wrist, just something super, super small. So this is what I use. So to do that, I need small envelopes. So the inside of my wallet, I have these. So I have my groceries envelope, my eating out, it's donuts because I love Dunkin' Donuts, and this is where most of my money goes for eating out. So love that envelope, it's so cute. And then my flex funds go in here, and then I have receipts and coupons just in here.
I literally made those. I went and got paper from Michael's, cut them. It took me so many times to get the right dimensions. And then I think, purchased a laminator at that point, but I duct taped them instead. So maybe I hadn't had a laminator yet. I don't know, but I duct taped them. So that was my first ever cash envelopes. You don't have to have money to cash envelope stuff. You just need some paper lying around and some tape. You just make them, or use just a normal envelope. You can start at any point.
For these envelopes, since my wallet is pretty small, I do fold my money, which really doesn't bother me.
It's funny because when I started doing this, like, no one had small envelopes in their wallet, which is why I like over explained why I had small envelopes and like why it didn't bother me, because everyone had like the Filofax wallets with like the zip pouches and things. And I was like, oh, I don't have that. But it's funny now because like everyone has small envelopes in their wallet. Literally my bestseller on Etsy are the A7 zip pouches that go into your A7 wallet. Like I have mine sitting right here. So it's just funny how things change, and like literally no one questions why you fold money to put them in your wallet now. But at the time it was a thing, like no one was doing it. So I had to like explain why.
So I have no money in there left from last week, and I'm just going to add the 25 to give us 25 for this week. And I'm going to do 2 10s and a 5. So 25.
This was back when I was really good about not eating out. I was really focused and did not DoorDash, did not eat out a ton. And I've got to get back to that this month because your girl overspent in September.
I have my flex funds, and last week I did not use my flex funds. Woohoo! So I have an extra 10.
Okay, I loved this Christmas envelope. It was the cutest paper from Michael's, and I absolutely adored it. And I had to start saving. I started saving in August for this, I think, or September. Yeah, September I started saving for Christmas, and I made it happen, and I did DIY Christmas, and I made all my gifts, and everyone got a DIY gift, and I did it on a budget.
I usually don't save for Christmas, and then I regret it at Christmas time, so excited to have 100.
That was the first year I ever saved for Christmas ever. I've never saved for Christmas before, and I always go in debt, but not anymore. Do y'all like it when people flip their envelopes like this when they're vertical, or would you rather they be horizontal like I do them now? Because I low-key like kind of miss the vertical situation. I know a few channels like Monet's Money, she does vertical envelopes, and I kind of like it. Should I bring it back or no? Let me know in the comments.
Now I have 2035 in medical.
I also never labeled my envelopes, and I just knew which one they were by the color paper. So fun fact.
This one's personal care. So this one is getting, let's see what it has first. $20, $70, $80.
It's so funny to me that I had so few envelopes, and now I'm like always every day I'm like finding a new thing I want to save for. But I kept it really simple, and I have more money in them because of that. So I don't know. Do y'all prefer having fewer envelopes with more money in them, or more envelopes but you have to stretch your dollars more? Because I'm definitely in the stretch your dollars zone right now, and I like kind of miss having big chunks of money in them. but I also like being hyper organized with my savings because I feel like it keeps me on budget more. Because otherwise I could spend like $100 on someone's birthday gift and then not have money for the next person's birthday gift. So I don't know. Let me know.
I don't have any side hustles right now.
LOL, you have side hustles now. You have side hustles on your side hustle.
But I want to get.
I just skipped through a few envelopes because they were kind of boring. But this is my side hustle cash envelope and it is so cute.
I want to have money saved for it. So it has $6 in there and I'm adding a 10 this week. So now it has 10, 15.
I was definitely thinking about opening my Etsy shop, but I hadn't done it yet. But I was thinking about it, but I don't think I ever anticipated doing it in January, but then a month later, my boyfriend got me a Cricut for my birthday. So then I was like, okay, I should start. So I experimented with my Cricut, used it for Christmas gifts, knew I wanted to get through the holiday season. And then I got COVID. And so while I had COVID, I was like, what a great time to start my Etsy shop. So I did.
These challenges. So for now, it's just getting $1 a week.
I think I also got monetized in January. I think I got monetized in 3 months. Yeah. So it would have been January because October, November, December, and then 1st of January was around when I got monetized. So that was a big month.
As well. And then this last envelope is for debt, my debt payments. And so there is some money in here now that I need to deposit and make a payment on my credit card. So it has 20, 30, 5, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it has $45 currently, which I need to deposit. So for now, I'm just going to add to it, but I'm going to put that aside for now. So things that are going in my debt envelope are my Bank of America minimum payment, which is $50. And I need to pay that this Friday. So this $50 will go into this envelope. And then my Citi credit card minimum payment for this week, I'm putting $13.
So this is when I was budgeting for minimum payments and extra debt. So I do my minimum payments the first stuffing of the month. And then my extra debt payments were just divided evenly over the weeks.
So now let's see what I've got that I can deposit and make payments. 50, 70, 90. 50, 70, 90.
We all can't count with the 50s in the beginning. You just learn. You get used to it.
41, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So $148.
That's so much money. So much money. Which if I go back to paying down my student loans aggressively, it's going to be that much money again. So I'm just hyping myself up. You did it once, you can do it again.
Amount of money long term, and I'm motivated by that. And so it works for me. Doesn't work for everyone, but that is the method that I am using.
I'm still a big proponent of the debt avalanche, but that motivates me. And if it doesn't motivate you, then it won't work. So yeah, that was the end of my first cash envelope stuffing video. I kind of skipped around just for the sake of time because this video is already going to be too long, but thank you all for sticking with me for a year. If you're a new subscriber, welcome to the channel. Year 2 is going to be awesome. If you've been here since day 1, let me know down in the comments, or just from early on when you remember the setup and these sinking funds. Now I use these envelopes when I need something kind of sturdy. When I'm sending out an Etsy order, you'll maybe get one of them, because I'll put some trackers inside so they don't bend in the mail and things. So it's just funny to see a year later kind of where I'm at and what's the same and what's different and just how much has changed and how much progress I've made. So thank you all for being part of my journey. I hope you enjoyed this react with me / watch with me, I guess, and commentary is what it turned into. And just kind of seeing where I started and where I'm at now. It's really fun to reflect and look back and see kind of all the progress you've made. So I'd encourage y'all to do the same. Hope y'all enjoyed seeing my face that goes with the hands, and I will definitely do more videos with my face involved. So let me know if you have any video ideas that you want to see in the comments down below. Now, because it's my 1-year anniversary, I am going to be running an Etsy sale. As of today, on September 26th, I don't know what the sale is going to be, so I'm just going to put the code on the screen, put a link down in the description, but it will be some sort of sale on the shop. Haven't decided if I'm going to do a coupon code or just make everything in the shop on sale for the week, but I will have that in the description down below, so check that out. But thank you all for my 1-year YouTube anniversary. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye.